Real Talk Real Estate with Hill International Realty. Today's topic, credit score. How to keep your credit where it needs to be when you need it. And welcome back to another episode of Real Talk Real Estate podcast, where we talk about everything real estate, no matter what it entails: financing, finding a property, new construction, you got it. But one of the biggest areas when it comes to purchasing a home or property, whether it's residential, commercial, is credit. Whether it's personal credit or business credit, credit is huge. And we're here with Daniel Contreras from Texas Prime Credit LLC, and he has been our credit expert partner for a number of years, and we're happy to have you on. Daniel, how you been?
Doing all right. Thank you, Jason. Thank you so much for having me on. It's an honor to be working with you guys. And yes, we've had a long working relationship. Pleasure.
And you've helped a lot of our clients get into homes, man, that is super. I mean, having great credit definitely makes you a superhero, right? When it comes to purchasing or getting what you want. And these days and times now, the whole credit game just seems so confusing for a lot of our clients. Some are surprised that their credit is where it is. We talked about it before we started the podcast. There's three big areas, right? There is establishing credit, there's maintaining your credit, and then there's repairing your credit. So can you just kind of give us an idea of where we are right now in this crazy real estate market, where people are, little subscriptions here and there that can mess you up, a missed payment? I mean, where are we in the world of credit right now, just for your normal consumer?
As far as where we are in credit, Jason, there's different clients at just on different ends of the spectrum. Some of them are aware of what to do. The majority are not, though. That's basically the reason that they reach out to us. It's not something that was taught in school. It's other than the School of Hard Knocks. We have college student, clients that were college students with credit cards, so on and so forth. That you're just spending, letting it go, no payments, so it ended up in collections, this, that, and so much. But it's something that is very important. And like I said, unfortunately, it's not something that's taught, until you actually have to, cross that bridge. So we're here to guide people and everyone, just to show them the differences on how to manage their different accounts, whether it's an installment account, revolving account, and so on.
Let's just talk about first-time home buyers and establishing credit. You're out of college, or even not out of college. You're a young person, just doing your thing, working your job, paying your rent or mortgage, however you're living, your lodging, your food, your entertainment. How can you establish credit? Some folks listen to grandparents and go, "Oh, I don't want any credit cards. I don't want any of this. I want to pay everything cash." But when you live a life like that, you really don't have a credit footprint, and it will hurt you in the end game.
Absolutely does. So we do have several clients that have approached us with, okay, well, I don't have any credit. So we teach them how to establish new lines of credit. For example, we have installment accounts that we can help with that report to all three bureaus. Some of them, are lucky enough to have parents or, significant others that can actually add them on to their existing credit cards. And it kind of speeds up the process as far as, being that they don't have any credit, it's going to be very difficult for them to be applying and get approved for any kind of credit cards. So piggybacking on a already good standing credit card, like I said, by a family member who's maintaining good balances, payments on time, helps in that situation. And we show them exactly how to manage both of those accounts, the installment and the revolving.
And I'd imagine also understanding the different types of credit. You're talking about installment, revolving, and those sorts of things, understanding those concepts.
Yeah, but many clients don't, when we start, actually dissecting their credit report, let them know, okay, well, there's different types of credit. You get this glazed over look. It's like, what are you talking about? Different types of credit. Well, there's, right. So on and so forth. Like there's revolving credit, like I said, which is credit cards. There's installment credit, which is, you go to cons, purchase of, some furniture, a home, a vehicle installment type loans, and so we coach them on how to manage those, how to add in new ones, or even manage the existing ones that they have.
Now our clients, they've got a couple credit cards, they have some established credit, maintaining credit. Do you recommend those credit monitoring services, and those, is that necessary to maintain your credit?
Anybody
And I
who
say that because I'm blown away, and I'm sure some of our viewers and listeners have this question. When I monitor the heck out of my credit, I mean, you even helped me with credit back in the day. The reality of it is that, I mean, it's like blood pressure. It's constantly going up and down. I mean, if I sneeze, it goes up. If I don't sneeze, it goes down. If it's raining outside, it goes up. If I do this, and I'm paying my bills and I'm doing all this, but it's still going up and down. It's crazy.
It is crazy. And to answer your question, credit monitoring, absolutely. Absolutely necessary. You have to know what's going on, especially if you're trying to make a purchase, whether it's a vehicle or a home, some sort of property or whatnot. You want to know what's going on as far as your credit, and how qualified you are. And the more prepared you are, prior to making a purchase, the better you're off you're going to be. And at this point, it's necessary. If you're going to be buying, you need to have credit monitoring. Absolutely.
Well, I mean, buying, or if you're going to have car insurance or any of those things, they all ask for that Social Security number.
All of it. There's really anything that's going to be, whether you're going to be living somewhere, buying somewhere, like you said, there's cell phones, insurance, everything checks your credit. So, you need to be in the know. You need to know. Absolutely.
Are those, I get all these messages all the time with these different credit monitoring places that I'm registered on. Is registering your utility bills, those sorts of monthly payments that you make, they tout that can also kind of boost your credit if you need a couple extra points here and there. Is that accurate?
Some of those will help. I know Experian has their Boost program.
Correct.
To be honest with you, I've tried it. Of course, I wanted to be a guinea pig before, telling clients to do it. It doesn't really help a whole lot. It helps some, and that all depends on Experian on whether they approve it or not. So as far as the big hype, saying, oh, you're going to jump up 50 points, so on and so forth. On mine personally, when I started, reporting my, I think it was utility bill, I think I saw a jump of maybe 3 points, but
and they need a lot of information. I mean, that's one of the things that's stopped me from doing it. They need your account number, this, that, and the other, and it's kind of like the least amount that I can put out in the digital world. I just think it just keeps my identity and everything safer.
Yeah, the credit bureaus already have a lot of your information. I don't really see it necessary for the outcome. I don't see it necessary to be giving out, banking information, So like you said, with the whole social media thing out there and all these hacks and everything. So yeah, I would it's not going to help. It's not going to help a whole lot. It's not going to make a big difference.
All right. Now the big thing, I imagine a lot of the viewers and listeners are waiting for: repairing credit. If you are out here living, your credit's going up and down. I mean, unless you have the same job for 30 years and no kids, nothing changes. Sure, you can have that 800 credit score. And I'm going to get comments in there that, you can do all those things and still have an 800 credit score. It just seems that really super high tier comes with stability, where you don't do a whole lot of different things. It's kind of maintained. But if you're living life, you have kids, you have emergencies, you have this, you have that, and yeah, your credit gets hit. You're in the low sixes, high fives, and you're trying to get a house, but you have an income, you pay your bills. What do you recommend in regards to credit repair? And let's talk about credit repair is a little bit different than it used to be. Credit repair doesn't necessarily mean that you've been this disrespectful person when it comes to your bills. I mean, it can happen to any of us.
Yes, absolutely.
Divorce or any kind of life change anything can really change that, and then you have to go back and repair it.
Yes. Funny point, a good percentage of our clients, when we're pulling their credit report, they're like, don't judge me. It's like, hold on, look, Bad credit, it can happen to anybody. Okay, nobody's immune to it. So when we're talking about fixing credit, it's just basically going back and trying to remove some of the mistakes that were made, and then most importantly, educating the client on how not to repeat those issues again.
And more importantly, Daniel, it's really why I'm super excited to know you, is that you can do something. Just because your credit's bad doesn't mean that it's locked away somewhere that you can't get to it. And a lot of people just don't know how, or they're being bombarded by a lot of shysters saying, hey, we can do this, we'll consolidate and you pay us all those sorts of things. But there are legitimate ways that you can improve your credit over time, and even a short amount of time, if you are plugged into the right people.
Exactly. Yes. Like I said, the good habits, creating the good habits, not repeating the previous errors, is highly important. And as you mentioned, and I'll be straight up with you. Look, credit repair itself has got a really bad reputation because of there's shady companies out there. They're not even companies. Some people just say, hey, I do credit repair. Give me $1,000. I'll fix your credit. They do illegal credit sweeps, so on and so forth. Ends up in a whole just your upside down world just got turned over again. We've been in business now for 13 years. We're successful at what we do, because we follow all the guidelines required by the state of Texas for credit repair services. The key factor to having success in credit repair is communication. So I'm very upfront with our clients. Look, credit repair has no guarantees, but we're going to have the highest success with open communication. Get it out of your head that we're Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. We have clients reaching out. I'm watching Sunday Night Football last night. I'm getting texts from clients at 9:30, so on and so forth, about advice, and they're comfortable with that. They know that they're reaching out to a real person, not the whole press 1 for English, 2 for Spanish, or enter an extension number, so on and so forth. But credit repair, and it's something a client can do on their own as well. But you can also pull out your own teeth if you YouTube it. You want to do it yourself,
right,
or you want to have a professional doing it.
Right.
We're dedicated to this, and like I said, we're having a lot of success with it, as you know.
As I know, yeah, and we've got, like I said, this is more informational for our viewers and our listeners, but the reality of it is we've used you a lot, and you have gotten clients into homes. So what you do actually works, and kind of what you said is super important, that when we talk to you, we're not talking to you today and someone else tomorrow and someone else the next day. And that's huge. And that's why I believe in the credit repair, even though there's a lot of shysters out there for a lot of different industries and businesses, but you do a great job, and we appreciate that. How can people get a hold of you?
We have an email, Daniel at Texas Prime Credit, or most importantly, reach out, call or text, 512-630-1369.
All right, Daniel, appreciate your time as always. I hope things are going well for you, and we look forward to continuing business with you.
Excellent. Pleasure speaking with you again, Jason. Have a great day.
All right. Thanks so much.
Yes,
Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you up on our next episode of Real Talk Real Estate.